Legendary.
Hey guys, got a Orisa VOD from Torus with the gang. It's going to be on Route 66 attack, so we're going to be pushing a payload. The VOD itself is pretty one-sided and short. You guys did a pretty good job overall, but I wanted to take the opportunity to talk about Orisa and spam comps because this is very applicable to the current meta we're in, and I feel like all of us could learn a little bit about spam comps and why they work, and why Orisa has come into the meta the way she has. So, real quick, both the comps aren't really comps, they're just kind of mixed teams, but I will just mention we have Ana Moira, don't really synergize, but they have a shitload of healing output. They have triple DPS and Ryan. So it'll work, but it's obviously not going for anything specific. We have spam tanks. Hog synergizes really well with Orisa. They're both spam heroes, and they're both integral to spam comps. These are your two standard tanks for when you run spam comp. Roadhog is some of the best shield break in the game, and Orisa has pretty insanely good shield break for a main tank. And then if you add a Junkrat, then the damage output should be enough to nullify any sort of shield from ever being in play. Unless he swaps to Orisa, then it could change. But anyways, Tracer doesn't really synergize with the rest of the team, but it's Route 66 attack, so it'll work. Widow will work because it's attack. First point, not bad. And Zen super meta. Anyways, I don't care about talking too much about comps, so we'll just jump into it. Reasons Orisa is good. If you really think about it, the majority of her kit is designed to counter abilities. From standard abilities to ultimates, she can counter so many things with her halt, and with her shift, and with her shield. She is a really versatile tank with pretty high damage output, and her shield has more sustain than Ryan's. So she's got a lot going for her. It's just taken a while for people to understand how to use her properly and what to use with her. And with the recent Junkrat buffs, it's become very apparent that spam is one of the strongest comps right now. I mean, you don't even have a Junkrat, and this Ryan's is getting bullied. This first point's pretty much a wash. It's a constant stagger on the enemy team. Not much to say about it. A little bit more about Orisa. When you're not running dive on attack, it's really hard to take ground. Because if you think about it, dive in and of itself gives you ground. That's the whole point of diving in. So when you don't have that going for you, you have to take ground by establishing sightlines and getting picks. And having Orisa on the payload on the front line, constantly putting down shields and absorbing damage, you are giving your team and enabling your team to take that ground and get those picks. So I know I was talking through that fight. I'll tell you what happened though. The door was open and you guys were taking a split fight. Genji was on your back line. The Ryan pushed in because he saw both the supports who were in the back. And yeah, you guys took a split fight. Pretty straightforward. You generally want to use E on cooldown. And even if you can't get a solid E on the payload, you're in the dead of fight, just use E. Use E because it's up every 8 seconds and it does so much for you and your team. That's a very good placement. Got good line of sight on your team. That's the key to using their ultimate. Couple examples. You can use right click or halt to nullify an entire Genji Dragon Blade. Genji ults, once he dashes, all he has to close gaps is run. So as soon as he dashes, if you halt him over 2 yards away from your nearest teammate, you pretty much canceled his entire Dragon Blade. And it's little micro plays like that to make Orisa insanely good. You can do little plays like that using her shift ability as well. You can cancel Roadhog Hook, you can cancel Whole Hog Pushback, you can cancel Ryan Charge, you can cancel his Earth Shatter. Like, if you are keeping track of these abilities and reading the enemy team, you're gonna shut down so much stuff with just your kit. So I think we go Junkrat here. So now we have taken the final form of the spam comp. So what we should be seeing is no Rhine Shield. Good pick. See, the Rhine literally, he can't even like sit still because he's just getting bopped around and his shield goes down so fast. It should be going down a little faster, but you guys are still doing a pretty good job. And Sig's even got the Discord on him, like he is miserable right now. And another reason Orisa is so integral to spam comp is because typically if one team runs spam comp, the other team will run spam comp. And Orisa is really the only viable tank to countering Junkrat. I know Torus loves playing Reinhardt, and he, for good reason, has been getting very frustrated with the current meta. And that's because we're running into a lot more Junkrat, and a lot more Orisa, and a lot more Roadhog, and it's really hard to play Rhine when you're facing that much spam output. So I really think Torus would benefit more from just recognizing that and then switching to Orisa. He only has 11 hours of Orisa playtime, but I can tell he would be an excellent Orisa player just by watching him. A lot of the things I've mentioned already in this video are things that will come with experience. Once Torus starts playing Orisa regularly, his game sense will skyrocket, and he will start using Orisa's kit in a very cerebral manner. I mean, even the last fight, he almost tried to halt the Genji when he was Dragon Blading, so he had the right idea there. But generally, if you're a main tank player and you feel like what you're doing isn't working, if you feel like Ryan is not effective at all and you feel like the enemy team is shutting down your Winston, just play Orisa. Try it. Might be a surprise. So yeah, I know it was a short VOD. I just wanted to talk a little bit about spam comps and Orisa. I do think she's super good right now, and I think we should run her more and more often. I think overall we would benefit from just having a good Orisa player. And I hope you learned like a little bit about her kit and how effective you can be with it and how to manage it. But like I said, most of that stuff will just come with more playtime. Thanks for watching though, and thanks for the VOD.